Okay, all right. Aloha from Hawaii. Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon kung saan man kayo joining or watching this. Um, Anong tawag nito? Naimbag nga aldaw yu amin nga padak nga Ilocano, sino man ti makabuyan turatoy or agbuy-buya di replay na. Let me know where you are joining me from, whoever is going to watch this replay. So let me introduce myself shortly or quickly. I am Rina. I am from Hawaii, born and raised in Pilipinas. Sa Pilipinas, laking Pinas, Ilocana, taga Ilocos po. I am a Navy veteran, a wife, a mom, and a full-time registered nurse. I actually just came home from work. That's why I'm doing this go live after work, and a proud digital business owner because this business is going to retire me before I turn 50. Okay, bakit ang lapit-lapit ng mukha ko? I don't know why. I feel like putting my face closer to the camera. But anyway, I just wanted to stop by and to talk about something. It's kind of correlated to something na nangyari sa trabaho today. And I had to get it out. I had to share it. And I was just like, this is exactly why I am doing this business. That's exactly why ginagawa ko itong business na ito. Because of time freedom. And I always say that that's always been my goal. That's always been my vision when I started this business. It's because of time freedom. Okay. Before I start that, I just want to remind everyone we had this topic at work today. Please drink water. Funny story, short story. For the past 2 days, I haven't been drinking enough water, and so I was having palpitations and headache. And then I realized I've been drinking a lot of coffee at home because I wasn't working. I wasn't drinking enough water. So please drink water. Okay. So like I said, this is gonna be a short one. It's basically coming down to, have you ever had to miss work o kaya call in sick because may sakit yung anak nyo? Or maybe you weren't feeling well. But when you do that, when you call in to work, either you feel guilty kasi for us nurses, I don't know for other jobs, same with other jobs, you feel guilty kasi someone has to carry your load. Kumbaga, di ba? Like, instead na dalawang nurses ang nagtatrabaho, someone will just be probably just one. In our case, where I work at, minsan pag mag-isa ka lang nurse, you don't have a choice but to work by yourself. So instead of having two nurses, there's one nurse. So you're carrying a load. So that's where the guilt comes from sometimes kung gusto mo mag-call in. O kaya man naman na-stress ka because you feel like if you're gonna miss work, you're gonna have a pile of work to do when you go back. Diba? Or sometimes even punished. That's exactly what happens sa isang katrabaho ko. Na-punish siya kasi hindi siya nag-work because may sakit yung anak niya. But because of that, nag-suffer siya. He had to be punished for missing work. And sometimes as parents, you will understand this. We cannot plan for our kids to get sick. Diba? We cannot plan. We cannot predict when they're going to get sick. So there are days when we don't have a choice but to call in. Kasi who's going to take care of our child? They can go to school. They can go to daycare. They won't accept them because they're sick. So you don't have a choice but to stay home with your child. Hindi ko siya share yung story ng what happened at work, but I think later on I will talk to you about the military life. It's a totally different life because I'm just gonna do go live for short. But that's my point. As an employee, we don't have that freedom to just call in, not show up at work when we want to, when we need to, actually. We have to ask permission, or sometimes for us employees or civilians, we have to use our PTO. O kaya sa aming federal, we call it sick leave or annual leave. Diba? And then sometimes you lose pay, you get written up, and you feel pressure from your boss. Those are the things that happens when you call out or call in. It's heartbreaking sa ating mga parents nga kasi 'di ba, our first instinct is to take care of our children, you know? But in a 9 to 5 job, we don't have that luxury of choosing our family over work. Kasi our work provides the money, 'di ba? Kung wala kang money, then you won't have anything to spend. But what if instead of asking for permission, you could just be there for your children when they need you? Yan yung one of the reasons why I am pursuing this digital business. Because even if you work from home for someone else, you're still working for someone else. But if you have your own online business, you are your own boss. You control, you decide when to work, not to work, to show up, not to show up, when to make money and not to make money. And that's the beauty of online business. This is different from working from home for someone else. Online business, your own online business, you own it. It's yours. You're the CEO of your business. So, yeah, and you have the freedom to take care of your family without worrying that you're going to lose income or you're going to get punished by your employer. You know, yan ang beauty ng business na to. People don't realize that. I just keep realizing that every day in my life. It's just the more and more I realize these things, the more and more I am determined to pursue this business. So, yung question, I asked for help for this one. Are you working for a life where your job dictates your priorities? Or are you building a life where you decide what matters most? That's all up to you. And for the ones who are thinking about starting an online business, here's a reminder to you. Nothing happens if nothing happens. You know, a car won't move if you don't drive it. All right, that's it. And then there's another quote that I wanted to share here. You can always make more money, but you can't get back lost time with your loved ones. Think about that. Again, you can always make more money, but you can never get back lost time with your families or with your loved ones. True story right here. I thought I had more time with my nanay and tatay, with my mom and my dad. But because I always used to say, I'll go later, I'll go visit them later in the Philippines. But that later turned into never. Good night, everyone. I have to go back to work again tomorrow. And I don't know what my topic is going to be, but we'll figure out what happens to me tomorrow at work. Aloha from Hawaii. By the way, if you want to find out more about this business, you can go to my website, rnrinabn.com. Good night and aloha.